Okay, guys, we run the embargo, please, for 10:30 on Saturday evening. Please.
Pep, Arsene Wenger has got an incredible record of qualifying for the Champions League. Every year Arsenal qualify. He's always said that qualifying for the Champions League is the equivalent of winning a trophy. Do you share that philosophy?
Here, yeah. Here in England, yeah. Definitely.
So in terms of qualifying for the Champions League this year, is that more important to you than winning the FA Cup?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but it's like a win the title, definitely. There's so strong teams, yeah.
Hi, Pep. Leroy Sané scored his first goal for Manchester City against Arsenal. Have you been pleased with his progress since?
No, definitely. I think everybody can notice that, yeah. He unblocked, you know, that is Lucas, yeah. He was not ready.
Pep, how important is it to finish in the top four as far as your signings this summer are concerned? If City don't finish in the top four, will that affect the players that you can sign this summer?
I don't know. Important is try to be there, but all of 6 teams won't desire that, so 2 teams will be out. I don't know, even Everton will be involved in that. So this year it looks sometimes amazing. So that Chelsea, Liverpool didn't play in Europe, and when you see Chelsea playing or Liverpool playing, so what happened last season? Don't be not even in the Europa League. So that means how difficult it is, and the fact I don't know. I think you are able to seduce them, not just about the salaries, about they want to play, and they are the Premier League for many reasons that people can accept to come. So, but I don't know. I cannot answer for that in the right moment. Maybe in the next summer we are not in the Champions League. You ask me the same question. Say we want to buy 2 or 3 players. They didn't come because we're in Europe. That I will have the answer. But in that moment, I don't know.
Arsene Wenger's finished top 4 for 20 years in a row. What you were saying about how difficult it is now in England, do you think it will be very rare or impossible for a team to do that again?
20 years in a row.
Yeah. It seems the competition is extremely fierce.
I don't know if in the past the 6 top players were there like that season. So like in the last 10, 15 years, always it was 1 or 2. It was always down. So I think every season will be tougher. And 20 years in a row is a lot of years, you know, qualifying for the Champions League. So I don't know, can happen. In sport, everything can happen, but 20 years is not a lot of years.
Pep, obviously you said before that you're actually working on things to improve in the side. Obviously one of them will be finishing, because it must be frustrating for you that at time you haven't killed teams often you've had the chances.
During the games, no? The chances we created, we didn't score.
Yeah, that's right, you're creating chances but you're not scoring.
Yeah.
You're not killing the teams off when you should do.
Yeah.
You agree?
I completely agree with you, yeah. For the first time, in the last one. Yeah, but it's what it is. I remember a lot of games in important, not just with other teams, in important games, how we played and how many. We have a lot of games, times in the bylines, because we have wingers for that, like Leroy and Raj and right there, but we were not able. But what happened, I don't like to say we were unlucky, no. We were not good enough, simple like that. So we were not good enough in the boxes. It not depends about the opponents or the referees or the decisions. So at the end of the day, I believe, so you can count with the mistakes for everybody, for the opponent, for the referees, but always we can control is our mistakes. Always we can improve is our mistakes. So we cannot control the decisions about the referees. So that's happened in everywhere, in all the teams around the world, in good favor and in favor. But we can improve, we can control, and of course we we were there, but we were not able to score the goals. That it was a big problem for the season. Even, for example, in Monaco, when in Monaco at the end of the game, we create more chances than Monaco. We scored 6 goals, of course, but we create more chances than Monaco. Not in the first half, we didn't shoot, but in the second half, in 25 minutes, we create 5, but believe me, clear chances. And in Europe, we're not able to do that, you are out. You are out. And that's what happened many times. I remember Chelsea were 1-0, the 3-4 in front of the goal. Many games it was like this, and we were not able to do that. And like we are not, I said before in the last press conference, so we have a specific quality of our players to do that, to create that chance, this amount of chances. And we are unable to score goals. We are not solid, so the midfield players, attacking midfield players is Yaya, Fernandinho, Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, so the people to create there, not there. And after that, of course, we are not solid enough to, when we don't score goals. That was the, I think, until now, I don't know what's going to happen, the 10 games left at the end of the season, but until now, if you explain me what I believe or what I think in that season, it was like this. In the boxes, we are not good enough. And you have to improve for the next season if we want to compete with the good teams in Europe.
Can you do that on the training pitch, or does that require your squad to be improved as well?
But I said in the last press conference, I scored 11 goals in my career in 11 years, so 1 goal a year, good rate. So I don't know if I'm a good guy to show them how you have to improve. I think the goal is, some guys is good in the header, some good is one guy, 1 against 1. Some guys are good, they are faster, stronger, and there are guys who have the ability to score goals. And it's simple like that. When you buy qualities, and you buy goals. And of course, that's why we had one unbelievable top scorer, was Sergio, and we didn't buy another player because we had Gabriel Jesus. And Gabriel Jesus, okay, we accept, don't arrive in August, arrive in December, and after we were there, it was a big impact. After 2-3 weeks, it was injured again. So, and all competition will be a real striker, like of course we have Kelechi as a young player. And in the important games, we need all the squad to be there, and that was.
The last couple just here, and then
Pep.
down the front.
We get in England, we get the feeling that in the top European clubs where you've been, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, they have a very clear focus that the Champions League is the real big prize. Yet in England, we focus very heavily on the Premier League, and that to us, to the English football fan, is the big prize. Do you get that dynamic? Have you seen in the months you've been here that the Premier League is by far and away the most important competition for English clubs?
Yeah, the people told me that, but I noticed in our games in the Champions League, when against Barcelona, for example, or against even the first game against Mönchengladbach, or the game against Monaco, how the people enjoy it. So I didn't feel they were upset or they were sad to play that competition. About what is important after 1 year, almost 1 year here, so I'm not, I think, still the right guy, so you can answer better than me. If you are more concerned about the Premier League in Europe it doesn't matter what happened because we are here in England and Ireland, and it doesn't matter there. So I don't know, you have to answer for yourself because it's just 1 year here. When I can say, I love to play in Europe, to play in France, in Italy, in Spain, in Catalonia, I love it. So that's what I said, but I love too to play, of course, the Premier League. That's why the reason why I came here. But the reason why I came here, when they asked me personally, is to play the Premier League, because in Europe I can play in Europe, not in everywhere. And I manage in the big teams, I can play in everywhere. But it's a question you have to answer yourself. If you decide, for example, for the rules, for the schedule, help the English teams to arrive in that games in more important condition, it doesn't matter, go to the Premier League. So I hear in the past complaints about that with Sir Alex Ferguson, with Jose Mourinho, with a lot of players, the teams who play in that competition, when sometimes for the schedule is so complicated, but it's what it is. You just can answer what we see, what we believe, but at the end the TBs, the federation, decide what you have to do. But my advice, even humble advice, try to enjoy in Europe the competitions because it's top. It's really fun. Pep. Just one.
Pep, you've spoken about the need to
Sorry.
to bring in young players, and you've managed to do that with the likes of Sane and also Gabriel Jesus. But do you see players in the academy
Yeah.
that you can,
I said many times,
promote in the next few years? Because one of the things that has been a struggle.
It's a pity that they are still young. 60, 17, and need a little 1 or 2 or 3 more years. And maybe in that time I'm not here anymore, but I would like. So I said many times in the tour in the United States, 4 or 5 players will come with us, and because they are talent players.
And will that be next season, given the amount of players that you've got out of contract? Could it be that early that you will promote players?
Yeah, they have contract. We're trying to renew the contract of all the big talents we have, and stay with us. Yeah, and will training with us, will join us, and of course after that, they talk on the pitch, not because they are our perspective or they are to win their position, but we are glad so. So Manchester City, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, they win a lot of titles, a lot of games, and playing good. So even the women team, they reached semi-final of the Champions League. So that's really good. That's why I'm very pleased in that club how they work now in the present, in the recent past.
Pep, just quickly, I'm asking you this because you've got international experience. There's always a debate in England about how good our young players are compared to the rest of Europe. You know, you have Sterling and Stones here, there's Barkley, Wilshere, Oxlade-Chamberlain. In your judgment, can we be pleased with how good our young players are?
In my judgment, with my experience in Spain, my experience in Germany, and now here, you cannot imagine how good the young players, English players, are. You cannot imagine. Like I could not imagine the generation for Lampard, Carrick, Scholes, Gerrard, Terry, Ferdinand. They were not able to do something more. Like a spectator. I don't understand. So compare, for example, in Spain I always talk about the generation of midfield players like Xavi, Iniesta, Xavi Alonso, Busquets. They are top. But the players I announced before, they are on the same level. Huh? And always I thought, why not? Maybe one of you one day can answer me why. But when for example, I saw last game England under 21 won 0-3 against Spain, or under 18 against Spain, and they are good players. So when you see Walker or see Danny Rose on Kieran Dyer, Ali, or of course John Stones and Raj, and they are top. My point of view, the quality is there, and I think in under 21 and under 19 there are the quality too. It's just what you have to do to help them. What do you have to do for the national team? Or maybe they need to focus more in the European competitions to handle that guys in important stages in the big competitions in Europe. After go to the national team, we're going to face Germany, Spain, Italy, so no problem. We play many times in Bernabeu, we play many times in Turin, we play many times in Camp Nou. I handle that situation. But to overcome that situation, you have to live that situation as much times as possible. And that's why, if they are focused a little bit more in thinking about maybe in Europe or maybe in the national team, because the talent are there. I don't have doubts about that. The talent are there, are real good. But we're in the past too. But the next, they need to make that step. Spain was the same. My time in the past was quarterfinals out. But the people start to go aboard. Xabi Alonso go in Liverpool, and the people stay there, and And after that, arrived one time, Cesc in Arsenal, arrived one moment, semi-finals. Finals, win. That moment we were able to compete against Italy when the past was not possible, against Germany in the past was not possible, against Brazil not possible, against Argentina was not possible. In that moment it was possible. But they were able, now we are good, now we beat them. It's the same a little bit like Manchester City, arrive in Europe, said, okay, we are able to do that. You need time to do that, it's not one day. But I think the quality like City now and our England players, they are. And I think hopefully Gareth Southgate can help to do that, and of course the teams in the Champions League in the future can do that.
Thank you.
Okay, cheers guys.